Hello, my name is Leo Shoemaker, and it's a beautiful day here in Whatcom County at the Whatcom County Farm Tour, and we have Amber Morrison here. We're at her farm.
Hi.
10 acres.
10 acres.
So how did you find this place?
So I'd been looking for property for a little bit out in the county. I have an acre in the city that I grow on and been looking to expand out into the county for a bit, and came across this place that used to be an old organic vegetable farm.
It's beautiful. It really is. You have the mountains over here, and you can probably see the twin sisters up there, right?
Yeah, unobstructed view of the Twin Sisters. Also can see Mount Baker on a nice day. Unfortunately today we have some cloud cover and a little bit of rain, but otherwise it looks great.
Well, because you're a farmer, you love rain, right?
Oh, I don't know about I love rain. I have lots of rain gear.
Now, when did your love of farming first start?
Oh man, probably since I was really little. One of my mom's favorite photos is me with a puppy, a rake, rubber boots, and I'm about 2. So always just been more of like love for dirt, let's say. So just being out in the dirt, growing things, starting things from seed, cultivating things, harvesting things. I think it's always just been there.
Love of dirt. I like
love
that.
Love of dirt.
Now it's a beautiful day in the sense that there's a lot of clouds, so there's not a bunch of sun really pounding the farm. But you need a lot of sun, don't you?
We need a lot of sun. So one of the things out here is you have full sun. Out in the county, there's not big tree lines, big mountains in the way. Out here, you get full sun. So in the city, I have a lot of obstruction from trees up on Alabama Hill.
Now, how big was your first garden? Do you remember it?
Ooh, probably first house, which was maybe like 10 by 20 feet, and it was just vegetables. Had a lot of annuals in the surrounding beds, but the garden itself was maybe 10 by 20. Very small. And now we're up to 10 acres.
Amazing. How did you find this farm? It's just an amazing place.
Yeah, like I said, it was an old organic vegetable farm, and just really looking for places out in the county that were flat. Right now I farm on an area that's on a hill, which makes everything very difficult. You got to go from the bottom to the top to bring everything back up. Also, this place had some good structures. There was a barn already here, there were some hoop houses here, things that just made sense for flower farming.
Hoop houses, is that a Quonset hut, kind of?
No, I mean, sure, I guess you could call it. Yeah, hoop house.
This is a hoop house.
This is a hoop house here. The plastic is actually off of it right now because it's been so hot for the summer, but plastic will go back on this fall.
Now, what types of flowers do you grow here?
Oh man, the loaded question, right? Everything, absolutely everything. When I say everything, truly everything. So I would say we're probably 60% perennials, and then the rest are annuals. So lots of dahlias, peonies are perennials. We have a lot of other perennials over in this perennial bed. And then we start a lot of things from seed too. So most of our annuals are started from seed. We grow a lot of flowers for weddings, wholesale florists, and then farmers market.
Where do you get the seeds from?
I'm actually a big fan of Johnny's seeds, so I use a lot of Johnny's Seed Company. I do try to use some local companies as well. Uprising Seeds is great, and then I do some seed saving of my own.
Wow, takes a lot of seeds.
It takes a lot of seeds, but if you're mostly perennial based, you don't need nearly as many seeds. So I'm trying to transition more to like an 80% perennial garden, just because I don't love seeding. It takes a lot of work. It's just a lot of time.
And perennials are all the time?
All the
Annuals
time.
are just once?
Yep, annuals are a one and done. Perennials come back every year. So anything that comes back that I don't have to tend to all the time, I tend to like better.
Do people like more annuals or perennials?
It depends on the flower. So, you know, peonies are this highly sought after flower. They're a perennial. Dahlias are a perennial as well. The flowers behind us here, these are Lysianthus. These are an annual. And so these are something that a lot of florists like to design with for a lot of wedding work. But these are a one and done.
Do you design flowers?
I do bouquets for farmers market, and I do wedding elopements.
Yeah, I've seen you at the farmers market. You have a good turnout. A lot of people around your booth.
Yep.
Now, how much work does it take to be a farmer?
Oh, I don't even know how to answer that question. A lot. Yes, it's a lot of physical labor, but there's more to it than that, and I don't think I understood that until I got into it. It's not just the seeds and the dirt and the planting. You got to be able to market, you have to be able to do a website, you have to be able to answer questions and emails and all those type of things. So that part is a little bit difficult.
Now, what is the website?
The website is BellinghamFlowerFarm.com.
Being a farmer takes more than just tossing out the seeds, right? It's not like Johnny Appleseed. It's a lot of work working with the dirt.
It's a lot of work working with the dirt, for sure. So, you know, there's amending the soil, there's rototilling soil. We till, some farms are no-till. This farm has been let go for so long, we absolutely had to till. You're, like I said, amending the soil. You're starting seeds usually February, March, and you're starting them in small trays under lights with heat mats until it's warm enough that you can actually put stuff out, which isn't until like the middle of April.
And how many tractors do you have?
One. I wish I had more.
Right,
that's it. Yeah, that's the first tractor. After getting 10 acres, we need a tractor. So it's an old 1990. It's old, but it's great.
So 97% of the farms in Whatcom County are family farms. Do you have family partners or partners?
No, so I mean, my family helps out a lot. I have a business partner that I run this farm with because there's an Airbnb on the property.
Oh,
so
there is?
There is. The house will become a farm stays Airbnb, and my business partner runs that section of it.
And what's his name?
Brad.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good job, Brad.
Good job, Brad.
Now, how about labor? You can't be the only one that does all the labor here.
Believe it or not, there's only just us. So whenever the family helps out, that's been great. I did hire one employee this year to help with just weeding to stay on top of things, but it's been mostly myself, Brad, and my family on weekends.
Now, my least favorite job when I was a kid was weeding. You gotta love it.
No. No, I don't. And you know, when we talk about full sun, that means more weeds. So. Yeah.
Good point.
Yep.
Now, what kind of insects do you see here? Because I think of all these flowers and all the bees and butterflies. And
we have the good kinds
dragonflies.
and the bad kinds.
What, really?
Yeah. So I mean, we have lots of ladybugs. They're beneficial. We have, like you said, honeybees are wonderful too. We did get some thrips this year, which can do some damage to our dahlias. They're a small, narrow, fly-looking insect, and they like to suck out a lot of the nectar from the plant itself and basically cause the flowers to wilt early.
Darn them.
I know. So, yeah, those guys were here too. But you know, with good bugs come bad bugs. So the more good bugs you have, usually you can try to push out the bad bugs.
Now, the thing I worry about here, as everybody does in Whatcom County, is deer.
Zero.
How come?
We have coyotes.
Where are they at? Are they all around us?
They're out back here. Usually you can hear them at night. But there's no deer. There's not really deer here like there is in the city. So it is interesting for me growing in the city that I've always had to protect everything from deer, and now I can grow roses in the wide open, which is just like a whole different concept. So no, I've never seen one here. Neighbors tell me they've never seen one in 10 years, but I guess if you have predators, you don't have deer.
Now, how about colors? I love walking into a garden for the colors. Do you still see them? Do you still see the colors, or do you?
I definitely see them. I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of color because I let everything bloom out for the tour. But a good flower farm field is green because it's been harvested and all the flowers have been sold. So for the most part, this as much color that you're seeing is not typical. So everyone thinks come to a flower farm to take photos, but really what you're seeing is green of the plants because the flowers have been harvested to sell.
Darn.
Yeah.
And Whatcom County is very green.
It is green. Yeah.
Now we're talking to Amber Morrison about her farm here. What's the name of the farm?
Bellingham Flower Farm.
Okay. How about growing mistakes?
Oh, lots. I don't even know where to start with that one. I think you learn kind of each year what things need to be supported, don't need to be supported. You put taller things in front of shorter things and it ends up shading it. Those are a lot of big things. A lot of people ask about dahlias. Dahlias in Whatcom County. Do you have to dig up your dahlias? Yes, you should dig up your dahlias because if you get a cold winter or a lot of water, you're going to have rot of your tubers and they're not going to come back.
How about successes?
Ooh, I would say probably. Peonies are probably one of my greatest successes. They grow so well in the Pacific Northwest. People actually will have our peonies shipped all over the nation just because we have such great weather for peonies. So yeah, I would say that those are probably the biggest success. They take a couple years to bloom. They're a very profitable flower for a flower farm.
Are they? Wow.
And they are a perennial. So there's 600 going in over there this next year.
Now, what about shipping? Like you're saying, you have to pack them up and ship it. How hard is that?
I don't do any of the shipping.
Who does that?
There was a company called Pure Peonies up in Everson as well. They just recently sold to another couple. I don't know if they're doing any more shipping, but they were shipping their peonies everywhere. They have acres of peonies.
How long will they last if you ship them?
So you overnight them, and
Oh.
you have to harvest them at the correct stage. You can roll them up in cellophane, newspaper. You actually ship them without water, and you ship them. And then when they get to the place that they're going, you cut off the ends, you put them in water, and they will start to open.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Now, are you an artist?
No.
Do you feel like an artist when you come out here
No.
sometimes? No?
No.
You feel like a worker?
No,
A
no,
floriculturist?
no. I'm just so left-brained. And I feel like I am not an artist at all. I don't see flowers and art really when I make things. I see shape and structure. So I see it, I think, different than a lot of people who create bouquets, but I don't know, it seems to work.
Good.
It's just different.
Now, your dog's name?
Ripley.
Yeah, a new one, huh?
New one. Yeah, she's still a pup.
Oh. Now, floriculturists are ranked number 3 in the state of Washington according to the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
who would think that so many flowers, there are so many floriculturists,
Yeah.
nurseries?
I know. I don't know, maybe it's just love for being outside and this thing's pretty, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know why there's so many, but I enjoy it.
Well, a lot of
It's
people
different.
here walking around
Yeah.
enjoying your farm.
Yeah,
thinking, wow.
it's great to see people out here. I wasn't sure really how today would turn out with the weather. We're a new farm. I think also people think flower farm, they thought they'd just see acres and acres and acres, and we're not there yet. This is, we've been only here 6 months.
Have you only 6 months?
Yeah.
Because
so
your other place is on Alabama Hill, and like
Yep.
you were saying, it slopes.
it slopes, and I've been
can
there
you
5
imagine
years.
the mud?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah. So this has been a lot nicer. Like I said, it's flat, it's easier to work with, all the things.
It's beautiful, Amber.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Really
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank
Tell
you.
us the website again.
It's BellinghamFlowerFarm.com.
Can anybody come out here anytime and see stuff?
No.
Okay, so
And thank you for bringing that
they
up.
contact
Yes.
you.
Yeah, so we are closed to the public. It is a working farm, so we are open for the farm tour today. We hope to have some events next year, but there will be events that we'll be posting on the website. So it is a closed farm.
thank you, Amber.
Thank you
Good
so
job.
much.
Good
Yeah.
job.